Today's video is about knowing God's voice. And what does God sound like? And if anybody asks me this question, my mind goes back to a while back. I heard somebody say this. They use this analogy. How do you expect to know God's voice when you haven't even read His Word? Because what does God sound like? And this is what the point they were trying to make. God sounds like His Word. A letter wrote to mankind for our success and ability to make heaven our home. Here it is, straight from God. If you want to know what God sounds like, well, I can't hear God in my prayer. I've been praying, but I can't hear anything. Well, here's some parameters. God's not going to sound like something that doesn't sound like God. So God ain't going to tell you something in prayer that goes against what He said in His Word. That's not who God is. God is not double-minded. God is not two-sided. That's not God. If you want to know what God sounds like, read His Word. Let me be sure on this. There are 66 books in the Bible. If I wrote you 66 books, don't you think that by the time you read all 66, you would know what I sound like pretty well? Even if you had no idea who I was, if you sat down and read 66 books that came straight from me, don't you think you'd have a pretty good idea for who I was and what I sounded like? On the flip side, if you already knew me and you read 66 books that I wrote, don't you think by the time you got done, you'd have an even better idea of who I was and what I sounded like? You'd know more about me than you already did, I guarantee it. And then, if you already knew me, but you didn't read the 66 books, somebody that did not know me at all and read the 66 books would have a better idea for who I was than you. So what am I saying? If you want to know what God sounds like, one, you have to read His Word because God sounds like His Word. And two, you got to praying and reading God's Word. It goes hand in hand. It's been talked about here on this channel before. What do you do as a Christian to upkeep your faith and your religion? That stuff. You read and you pray. But if you want to know what God sounds like, you read His Word because He wrote 66 books out to you to give you an idea. Well, not to give you an idea, but to tell you everything it is He wanted to tell you. But that'll also help you discern what's God's voice and what is not. You want to be sure, you want to know, go read the Word. Spend time in prayer and read the Word. Make it a habit daily. Read 3 chapters a day. If that's all you can do, read it. In a year, you'll have read all 66 books. And by that time, you'll know what God sounds like. You read it again, you'll know even better. Keep going. The more you develop a relationship with God, the better you know what He sounds like. That's it. If you enjoy watching this video, please like, subscribe. There is a video here, a subscribe button there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time, peace.